Another 4 a.m. Man, photography can make you keep some pretty weird hours. One last check before I have to call it. Am I going out there, or am I going back to bed? Well, you gotta be in it to win it. I'm driving to Ono, where I'm trying to photograph the castle in the sky. Under the right and incredibly rare weather conditions, a low, dense sea of clouds covers the city, leaving nothing but the castle floating above. This is the story of my journey for the perfect castle in the sky photo. From first exposure to obsession and failure. A whole lot of failure. So let's back up a bit. This all starts at the beginning of the year in January 2017. I was trying to come up with a list of all the best shots Fukui has to offer. I mapped out an entire year of photos to get by each month. The main item was the castle in the sky. I did as much research as I could before my first attempt, but basically, I had no idea what I was doing. So, in late January, I had my first try. Then again in February. I wasn't off to a good start. But these were necessary failures, part of gaining valuable first-hand experience. Then, in late February, we had a pretty good day with fog. It was rolling in, it was really struggling. It was good, but not perfect. I wanted that 100-point S-rank photo, like the ones Ono shows in all of its PR. I had a taste of glory, and I was hooked. I was becoming obsessed. Then, the season ended. Summer. Through my repeated trips out there, Ono had become something of a muse this year. At first, I was there to capture the castle. But the more I searched for new compositions, the more I found myself drawn to the beauty of the dark skies, forests, and mountains. Fast forward to this season's start, September. I wasn't going to miss a chance this year. I was going to take every likely possibility. Even though all the conditions looked good, you'd get not enough fog. Perfect quality of fog, but only in patches. The fog layer too thick. Or no fog at all. November, the peak season for the castle in the sky, was fast approaching its end, and the weather just wouldn't cooperate. But what wasn't great for the castle actually freed me up to continue my love affair with the rest of Ono. don't get me wrong, the castle is also absolutely stunning under all of these other conditions. But let's not forget, the goal is Echizen Ono atop a sea of clouds. Beautiful, but not what I came for. This is the most common thing we saw. Lots of people would joke that this is Tenku no Yane, the roof in the sky. So frustrating to have the cloud layer just too high. All the other conditions are perfect, everything is right, but you can only see the roof. As soon as the sun rises above Mount Arashima in the background there, the fog will begin to lift and burn off. Time to head back. The main shooting season is from October to April. During that 7-month window, on average, it only appears about 12 times. So, out of some 211 days, only 5% will be Castle in the Sky. Now, factor in that most of those are going to land on work days, and you can start to see how hard it is to make everything line up. I met a woman who's been at this far longer than I have. Here, she writes that out of 196 visits to the photo spot, 170 have been clear days. That's a pretty significant fail rate. The more I spoke to other regulars, the more I had to seriously shift my expectations. December. I wanted so badly to get the shot before the year ended. I had missed all of the occurrences due to work or other responsibilities. When the snow came, I knew it was going to be even harder. There would be even fewer chances, driving became more dangerous, and predicting the weather became nearly impossible. With this in mind, I still set out. Conditions like these were kind of exciting. Everyone waiting in eager anticipation. Will we get it today? Will it come out? Alas, the last attempt of the year ended as it had begun, with no castle in the sky to show for it. Early in January, we had the heaviest snow in 7 years. Sunday was an exhausting hike up in knee-deep snow the whole way. But what a reward! It wasn't the castle in the sky, but I love how the snow covers everything and completely changes how we see it. Everything was a little softer, a little more poetic and suggestive than literal. It was a magical world. That was a much-needed win. So I left a little more tired, but hopeful, the very next morning. But it was nothing. I was burning the candle at both ends, messing with my sleep, so I felt burnt out. I was already looking at the next day's weather reports. It looked good, but it was definitely going to be a call it in the morning situation. And this is what decided it for me. This grainy live view that showed fog. So, what started as checking off a bucket list item ended up being quite the journey. But where's the fun or challenge in a guaranteed win? The weather is so unpredictable that I spent weeks, months seeing nothing or just getting partial hits. There's so many things that have to come together perfectly that it almost feels random. You're better off just going every single chance that you have and hoping for the best. But that said, when you do eventually get it, and that castle is sitting in a sea of clouds, it's intense. Your heart is racing. It's a truly incredible sight. And it makes all of those frozen early mornings worth it. So I got a castle in the sky. There are several versions of it. I got a winter one. I have a very clear image in my mind of the perfect shot. Imagine the castle between a clear blue sky and the sea of clouds, with the mountains all around on fire with the fall colors. Now, that'd be something. I can picture that in my mind. Maybe someday. I'll be able to capture it with my camera.